Today's recipe is how to make bread rolls. These are so easy and it only required 4 ingredients. And it has no oil in it. It is crispy on the outside with a crust, but is soft on the inside. And this recipe is basically foolproof because of how easy it is. Also, subscribe for more videos like this. So I'm going to be doing a different method. I will be showing you how to do it right on the scale. So I have a digital scale and I'm going to add in some sugar. So I'm adding in 10 grams of sugar total. You can use brown or white sugar. Then I'm turning it to 0 grams and I'm going to add in 300 grams of water. Since I'm using a digital scale, I can put it to 0. If you don't have a digital scale, you can just add. And by the way, I'm adding all the ingredients to the bowl that I'm going to be mixing in. So I'm going to do it in a stand mixer, so I'm going to put it in my stand mixer bowl. So once I added in the sugar and the water, I'm giving that a quick mix. And then add in the yeast. By the way, if it is off by a little bit, it is fine. I'm off by 1 gram for the for the water. That is completely fine. But don't go over too much. Okay, next I'm adding in 10 grams of yeast and I'm going to let that rise. Here's a time lapse of it. And once it looks like this, we can move on. So now I'm going to add in the flour. I'm adding in 500 grams of all-purpose flour in total. Slowly add it in so you don't add in too much extra. This is such an easy method because you're basically making this bread in one bowl. So it's really easy. Next, I will be adding in my salt. I'm using 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, which is around 4 grams of salt. Okay, so now I'm going to be using a stand mixer, and I'm just going to put my bowl into the stand mixer, and using a dough hook, I'm going to mix it. But you can also mix this by hand, which is why I said in the beginning, if you are doing it by hand, or put it in the bowl that you will be mixing it in. Keep mixing until it comes together and forms a ball. Once it does, you can take it out of the dough attachment and out of the bowl. Then form a ball. Then pinch the ends of the ball together at the end like I am. And the dough should be pretty soft and kind of bounce back. And it's not sticking as well. So these are all the ingredients that I used for this. Okay, so I'm going to be cutting this into approximately 12 balls. If you would like, you can make one whole bread and put this into a loaf pan, but I just wanted to make bread rolls, so I'm going to cut these into 12 small and equal pieces. So I'm just going to use a rolling pin, flatten it out. When it comes to around the size, tightly wrap it up, tightly. You don't want it to end up opening. Then pinch the ends together so it's fully closed, including the top and the bottom and the sides. Fold it, turn it around and roll it a little bit, and it should look something like this. Now I did this to all of them, and I'm gonna put this all on my parchment paper lined tray. So I'm using a knife and just making like little slits or like cuts like this. I'm doing around 3 diagonally, like this. So I proofed it in the oven for 30 minutes, or you can do it at 100 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes, or put it in a warm place. But after I proofed it, I put it in the oven, and I'm also going to be putting in a pan of water. And the reason why I'm doing this is so that I get a nice hard crust. And I'm putting this on the lower rack. Then bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for around 10 minutes. You may need to put more. I put it for around 5 to 8 minutes more, just so it was harder, because I didn't preheat the oven before. Then I'm taking this out of the oven after, and it should be kind of golden brown. And it should look like this. As you can hear, they're very hard on the outside, but you can see it is also very soft on the inside. This tastes really good. You can eat this with something spicy or sweet. It's really good, and as you saw, it was such an easy recipe. It's 4 ingredients, basically foolproof. Give this recipe a try and tell me in the comments below how it turned out. Also subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!